Hello, this is Students on the Hot Chair. I'm Jeremy Renals, and one of my students back in 2016 was Rebeca Ango Bueriberi, and she's with me now. Hello there, Rebecca.
Hello, Jeremy.
Remind us, what was it you did when you were here at the Oxford Business College? What course did you follow?
I did a HNC in Business Management.
HNC in Business Management. And where did that take you?
Well, academically, after I finished my HNC here, I went on to Oxford Brookes University and did a Business Management and International Relations combined honors degree. I graduated last year with a 2-1, and now I am studying at the same university a digital marketing master's course. And then professionally, I am the Chief Technology Officer of an NGO in Equatorial Guinea, which is named Semillas de Girasolje. And on the other side, I am one of the members of the Technology Department and Public Relations Department of African Projects, which is an organization focused towards the development and the promotion of the African and Afro-descendant community in Spain. And then on my, I also have an artistic side because I am a singer, music producer, graphic designer, and also a radio host. I have a radio program named Bilaba at Tilce Radio, which is a radio station in Latin America and Spain, where I talk about my cultural heritage.
So you've gone on, you've done a hell of a lot since I saw you last. So academically, there was a bachelor's degree. You're doing a master's degree.
Yes.
You're already a CTO of one organisation.
Yes.
And you also work for Projects Africa and sorry, what roles
African
do you have?
Projects.
African Projects. Okay. And you've also got lots of things you do outside work. You're very, very busy, Rebecca. So, academically, what was it that your course here at the Oxford Business College did that was supporting and helping you when you went on to do your bachelor's degree at Brookes?
My HNC definitely served me as a good foundation to start my degree. When I went to university, I really felt ready and equipped with the right knowledge and the skills that I needed to succeed in my degree and also professionally. So I really felt confident and very comfortable going into that new environment. So
remind me of some of the courses that you did when you did your HNC here at the Business College.
I did management accounting, human resources, business law, project management, marketing essentials.
And all of these have been useful for your college degree and for your professional life, yes?
Definitely.
Okay, great. Here's an interesting one. When I did my degree, I didn't just learn about the content, I learned other skills like how to work to a deadline and how to keep myself disciplined and organised. So here's a question. When you were here at the college, what other skills did you learn apart from the academic skills?
Well, the one that I would highlight the most, it would be time management.
Yes.
Taking into account that I work several jobs and that also I have a personal life, time management really helped me to organize myself and also to understand that I cannot do everything at the same time because
Yes.
I used to be that kind of person that always wanted to do everything at the same time. So that really helped me to prioritize which task I have to do, especially if I have a deadline with one of my clients as a music producer or a deadline for university or if someone so it definitely gave me a good foundation to organize myself. And the other one would be to be up to date and aware with all of the legislation. For example, it may seem that the artistic side, being a singer, music producer, doesn't really have to do with business, but it's called the music industry for a reason.
Yes.
So nowadays, as an artist, you're not only supposed to create your art and that's it. You're also supposed to know about the law. So when I get hired as a graphic designer, for example, I have to know my rights as an employee. But if when I'm working for, when someone works for me, for example, if they want to purchase something from me, I also have to know about the customer rights that applies to them. So it definitely, I really felt that everything that I have learned, I can apply to every single area of my life.
That's really good. What advice would you give to new students coming to Oxford Business College to get the best out of their time here?
I would definitely tell them to make the most of the learning experience, because something that I would highlight about the college is that the staff is always willing to help you, and sometimes you may feel that you need some help and you may feel shy because you don't want to bother, or you may feel that the teacher is maybe too busy to help you, but they always have time. And also I had the opportunity while being a student here to become a student tutor, which I think is one of the unique selling points of this college, because sometimes it is easier when students help each other. So I definitely felt really good being a student tutor, because I was able to help other students, and actually other students really preferred this way of learning as well.
Tell me more about that. So how did you become a student tutor?
I remember that around March, when some students that maybe they failed some assignments or they wanted to redo them, they would seek help from other students. So I offered myself, and yeah, I was basically in charge of explaining some concepts if they didn't understand it, or also proofread their work. So yeah, it was basically assisting them in that.
It's interesting you say that, because quite often the best person to teach something is somebody who's only just learned it, because you're almost at the same level, aren't you?
Exactly, because we are in the same situation.
And for a student like you, Rebecca, who did very well at the Oxford Business College, I'm going to guess that being a tutor also helps you to learn things, because it's when you have to explain something that you really understand it yourself. Is that something that you found?
Definitely, that's something that really helped me with my communication skills, especially, and that is something that I use now and that I apply now in my job. Being a music producer, I have to talk. I have the luck to be able to talk with several customers from across the world. So since we are, this is an international college as well, I got to experience other cultures, and that is something that I applied later on in my job as well.
Communication skills are important. Which communication skills do you think, if you could pick one communication skill, is there one that you can think of where you thought, yes, I definitely learned that or was able to develop that while I was at the business college?
Communication skills, taking into account the culture of the other person as well, because obviously the way that we communicate here in the United Kingdom, it wouldn't be the same in Spain. So just taking into account the culture of other people and looking for a common ground in order to understand each other, and to at the end of the day, when you're doing business, it should be mutually beneficial for both parties. So that's why communication skills are really important.
I'd agree with you. What makes Oxford Business College a good place for getting a qualification? What was it that you found about the setup, about the location, about the people, about the organisation? What aspects made you think, actually, yes, I'm glad I got a qualification here because of this?
One of the things that really attracted me was the size of the classes. Since we were very few students, we actually got to form very fun relationships. Like, for example, some of my friends and I, we were called the Cappuccino Club, because in between breaks we would drink cappuccino and talk about assignments and stuff. But also the other advantage of having smaller size classes is that the teacher has more time to explain things to you individually, because it is a reduced number of students. And the other thing is that everyone was really friendly, from students to staff to teacher. Everyone was really friendly, so it was very like a family-like environment, and I really felt happy every morning to come here to class and see everyone.
That's good. But although it was friendly, I think it's also quite well organised. Did you find the classes were well planned?
Yeah, definitely. And something that I also like is that the teachers had experience, not only academically on the subject that they were teaching us, but also professionally. So I personally really enjoyed listening to their stories about their jobs, and because I like to learn from others' experiences as well.
Can you think of any examples?
Like, for example, I remember that you always used to tell us about different situations at your workplace, and that is something that now that I am working as well, I remember as well.
Because it's one of those things you don't realise, is that the workplace is a different culture, and you have to get used to that culture.
Definitely.
Just like Britain is a different culture, and you have to get used to that culture.
Definitely.
So, when you were looking for a college to sign up to, what was your situation? What was the situation you were in, and where did you think you wanted to go?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes.
Yeah.
When you were looking for a college to join, when you were considering the Oxford Business College and other places, what was your situation, and where did you want to get to?
I remember that when I joined, I had just failed my AS level,
Okay.
and my dream was always to get to university. So I really felt frustrated. But then a friend actually, who was also a student here, recommended me the college. And something that I really liked is that when I came here to look for information, actually the director told me, you could actually come to one of the classes and just sit at the back and see how the environment is, how the teaching lessons is. And that is something that personally at other colleges, I didn't have that opportunity to see a live class. So after I went to the class and everyone greeted me, I just sat at the back. I didn't want to bother or anything. And they were also friendly to me, and I also liked the environment and the teaching experience. So the very same day I say, okay, sign me in.
Very good, great, terrific. And could you see what it was at the college that could offer you to take you towards being able to get into university? Was that clear for you?
Definitely, and that is something that I confirmed once I got to university, and I felt really, as I said before, I felt really confident going into university.
That's worth knowing. What's good about Oxford?
Oxford, I really like that it is a live city. Now we cannot see it because of the COVID situation, but I really like that it is a student city. So there's always so many activities to do, so many places to, like you have a lot of museums, and I personally like doing cultural trips. So I really like that you always have something to do and you will never get bored here.
Do you find it's a young person's city?
Yeah, definitely.
Even though the buildings are very old.
Yeah.
So how do you think the young people in Oxford make it a different place from a lot of other cities?
I really like the fact that you have a combined environment of partying, if you like partying, but also historical and cultural events that you can assist. So during the week you can go to museums, as I said, and then in the weekend you can go party with your friends. So I really like that. I haven't found that combined environment anywhere else.
Do you find, as a city, do you find it's too big, or do you find it's a good manageable size?
Manageable size, yeah. Before living here, I used to live in London, so I really prefer it here.
Yes. I've heard people say that Oxford is like London, but it's just a little version of it.
I agree.
So you've got all the variety and all the diversity and all the activity, but it's about 4 miles from side to side. So that's quite small. So here's another thing. This is a good secret, which I think that you can tell the students who might want to come here. So you've already told us that that you've done academic work and that you've done professional work, and you've also got work outside, working with music and design. How do you mix those different parts of your life? How do you make time to make all of those work and not go short on the time that you spend on academic things?
As I said before, I'm really grateful that during my time here, I was able to enhance my time management skills and also the project management skills. So as I said before, I really try to prioritize what I have to do first, and also I keep a schedule to not go crazy, and I always try to organize myself and also give myself some breaks, because I am someone that, as I said before, I like to do everything at the same time. And then I would say, okay, I'm supposed to have now a 5-minute break, but I really want to finish this. It is very important to give oneself breaks, otherwise you will not be able to complete any tasks.
That's becoming more and more common. So would you agree that it's important to work hard and to devote quite a lot of time to your studies? You're obviously quite clever, but did you find, is being clever enough, or do you need to spend some time working on it as well?
You can always continue to develop new skills and acquire new knowledge. So definitely it is something that you can work on. And that's why I say don't work hard, work smart.
Yes.
It's all about organizing yourself.
That's good. Now, tell me more about the work that you're doing. You're working as a CTO?
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
Well, I am in charge of all of the software and the communications of the NGO, and also I act as the community manager. So I am in charge of talking to of promoting the NGO, and also showing our work, and also being a bridge between the people who want to contribute and the people who are interested in social work and our volunteers. Especially since they are based in Equatorial Guinea, and I am here in Europe, and many of the people who want to contribute are here in Europe.
You're able to work remotely to do that, are you?
Yeah, definitely.
Great.
Yeah.
So what skills do you find you need to do? Obviously you need to understand technology.
Yeah.
If you're a CTO, Chief Technology Officer,
Yes.
if you're a CTO, you need to understand about the latest technology. What other skills do you need to be able to do a job like that?
Intercultural skills as well, because obviously again communication skills are very different in every country, and even though many of the people that we talk to are people from Equatorial Guinea that live in the diaspora, they are influenced by the culture of the country they live in. So definitely communication skills, and also time management again, because sometimes we have different we live in different time zones. So yeah, definitely communication skills, time management, and also knowing again about legislations, because we have to know the political situation in Guinea is quite complex. So that is something that we also have to take into account as an NGO. There are some things that we are allowed to do, some things that we are not.
And the other job that you've got, now I got the name wrong earlier on, is it
African Projects.
African Projects. Can you tell me more about that job?
Yeah, as I said before, it is an organization that it is focused towards the development and the promotion of the African and Afro-descendant community in Spain, which is often overlooked. So what we are trying to do is create opportunities for people within our community that have the skills and have the knowledge, and just to help each other, is to create a network to create jobs for each other.
And what's your role in African Project?
I am part of the technology department, and again I am in charge of the social media, and also I am one of the graphic designers.
Okay, so you're using those skills in another arena, and you're able to really help people.
Yes.
I'm going to guess that the more different environments you use your skills, the better those skills become. Do you find that?
Definitely, because I am able to enhance and develop those skills in different settings.
Okay, and the other thing that you do, you're a graphic designer and a singer. Tell me more about that.
Well, I have been singing actually professionally since I was 12 years old, but obviously I was more focused on school. But as soon as I turned 18, I said, okay, I want to do 50-50. I want to continue to study, because studying has always been my passion, but I also love music. So I have been doing it independently. So as I said before, it may seem that being a music artist doesn't really have to do with business, but as of now, I am my own manager, my own accountant, my own lawyer, because I have to I create my own contracts when I sell instrumentals as a music producer, and also I am a freelance graphic designer, so I am my own boss, and I have to manage myself. Although I am a sole trader, I am my own brand. So I have to take into account that I am also my own marketing agent. So everything is really related to business.
You've pulled it all together.
Yeah.
So if you were going to give one message to somebody watching this who's in the position you were at a few years ago, thinking about their future, thinking about perhaps getting into university, perhaps thinking about developing the skills they might need for business, what recommendation would you give them?
I would definitely tell them to pursue their dreams. It may seem like a cliche, but I remember that at that time I thought that I would never go into university because I failed my A levels, and now I look back and see everything that I'm doing right now, and I could have never imagined that I would be in the position I am in now. So definitely be optimistic, and there's always a way to get to your dreams.
And for you, based on what you've learned, what's the key to success?
For me, I would say you have to be happy doing what you do.
Yeah?
Because, you really have to love what you do, because all of what I'm doing, sometimes I obviously get stressed, but I'm doing what I love. So it really is a passion, and it really doesn't feel like a job. It feels like I'm just entertaining myself.
I would imagine so. Rebeca Ango Bueriberi, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jeremy.